Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today, it's a pretty rainy day. Decided to think about a video idea. So I've been posting a lot of UFC content, but also I do like talking about other stuff too. So I guess this channel in a way is kind of like opinions and thoughts and stuff. So besides that, let's get into what this video is actually about. I want to talk about the new iPhone 15, iPhone 15 Pro Max, and just my thoughts about Apple in general coming out with these new phones. Um, so growing up, I was a long time Android user. Wasn't really able to afford iPhones growing up until maybe high school or after high school. Once I had like a full-time job, I was able to start paying stuff on my own. What I've noticed with Apple is that there's always been very minor tweaks in terms of the phone. Pretty much the software I feel like has stayed the same. There's always maybe one thing that changes dramatically in software every year. They always boast that there's like a new chip that comes out, but to be honest, it never feels like there's actually a huge difference in terms of software. In terms of just the outside of the phone, so I'm talking about just, let's just say, the frame, things haven't really changed. And I'm someone where I like to see innovation. I like to see new things come out in terms of a company. And I just feel like, obviously, iPhone may be doing something right. Obviously, if they're able to keep everything the same. But as a user who likes to see kind of new things, ever changing, technology, different types of frames, I just feel like iPhone is constantly doing the same thing. I mean, the fact that they finally had to change to USB charger because Europe is obviously no longer allowing the lightning cable just kind of shows you how far behind they are versus Android. And I'm not taking away from the new iPhone 15 Pro and what it's capable of doing. Obviously, a very strong phone, great camera, very easy to use. But my issue with the new model is that it hasn't really changed that much. If you look at any type of reviews, Marcus Brownlee is always like one of my favorite people just to look at new reviews of products. It's really just in terms of a new charging port, titanium on the side, which gets fingerprints everywhere, and then just a new button and maybe somewhat of a smoother edge. But that's really it. There's no big difference at all. And even the cameras are not different either. And obviously, people are going to be paying well over $1,000 for these new phones. Um, so is it really worth it? No. Now, recently I've had a lot of thoughts about switching over to Android, possibly trying out the Samsung S23 Ultra. My girlfriend really does not like the green colors on the messages, but again, that's why I feel like a lot of people are not even switching over. It's very minor things, and it always has to do with how Apple kind of locks people into their ecosystem. It's like once you get an iPhone, then you get an Apple Watch, then you get an iPad, and then you get an iWatch, and then you're kind of locked into this, and then you think about, if I were to switch over, what about all those other products that I bought that connect with my phone? And I feel like that's how Apple locks people in. Um, so it's kind of interesting, and it also makes you think how Apple purposely does this to make sure that people stay connected and buy their products every single year. So I'm somewhat interested. I'm using T-Mobile right now, and my contract is going to be up pretty soon with paying off what is the iPhone 14 Pro. I had to get a phone. They had a good deal at the time, so I got it. But I'm honestly thinking for my next phone, I'm going to switch over to Android. I just think there's so much more customization. I really like a lot of innovation that they're doing. They're trying phones that you're able to flip, like fold. I think that's just amazing. And I also think the design of the phones, having like a stylus inside that can come out, I just think it's way more innovative, and I just think they're heading in the right direction. Um, and yeah, you know, it, I just think Apple hasn't really made a big change, and it's kind of boring. I feel like you just see the same product year after year, and nothing really changes whatsoever. So, are you guys planning on buying the iPhone 15 or 15 Pro? Let me know in the comments down below. Or if you're an Android fan, let me know what your experience is. I'm very curious to hear if you guys speak highly of Android. Should I switch over? Should I not? So convince me down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it, and take care. Bye.